Alright, I'm back. We just finished case 3. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm splitting this into 2 days. As of, like anyone would think I wasn't going to do that. I think I know why I did. Now, he needed the money, and also what his plan was to be before it went up in flames. Yeah, I don't know. We could speculate all day, but we're never seeing Machi again, so don't worry. I mean, except for the credits. We'll probably see a whole bunch of Machi then. But yeah, he needed money. That was it, plain and simple. He needed money, so he cooperated with Darien to smuggle the cocoon, and would presumably get a chunk of the money that Darien would have got for selling the cocoon to the Chief Justice to cure his son's incuritis. Anyway, it's been a fairly tight road. One stream, one double stream, and 3 streams, or 2.5 to get to this point. This final episode is quite long. In fact, if I had to put it, I've compared it to other cases in this game. If I had to really put it up to another case, it's about as long as Rise from the Ashes was in the original Ace Attorney game, the extra case. Now, you'll remember that case was very fucking long, and it dragged at points. This is way better paced, overall. It's also a bit unconventional. I'm without spoiling anything, because you're gonna witness it. The first part of this case is about as normal as it gets, but once we get into the later parts of this case, the game actually does things that no other Ace Attorney game does with its progression, and it's pretty cool. And I hope you're all looking forward to it. Also, the defendant in this case is really nice. I like the defendant in this case. So, without further ado, let's begin Turnabout Succession. It's both good and bad. Yeah, I know. So, okay, just to set expectations now, if you haven't seen this, a lot of people do not like this case as a finale case, but it's not. I like it. I think it's very unique, and it does some fun things. And it's interesting. It has a very interesting point to it. What they do different, that is. Just your opinion, yeah. Remember this one, yeah. So anyway, let's get start Turnabout Succession. This one, the opening to this is going to be so confusing and weird, but just enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride for now. Episode 4, Turnabout Succession. And that is the whole truth of this case. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. How's that for an opening? Creepy Man returns. October 7th, 2026, 10:37 a.m. Write anything, agency. Don't mind you commenting on notifications. Oh, in the corner, yeah. I should honestly turn those off. I keep them on, but like it never matters to me at all. Like when people are playing other games, I never join anyone. Hey, Apollo, look on the TV. Look, look! Yeah, kinda busy. Whoa, look at that! He's the last Grammary, alright. Amazing! Apollo, you should be watching this! Ow, ow, ow! What? What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know? I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lamior disappeared. That's right, Uncle Valent did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. Oh, just getting to the good part. Suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gaviners concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary troupe Grammary is performing for the first time in 7 years. That's going to be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. Legendary Grammaries. Trucy's real father were still alive. He'd be on that stage performing miracles too. I've got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Ticket to the premiere showing of A Grand Illusion by the magician Valent Grammary. Ah, you are here. Working hard or hardly working? Hey, have you been? Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present just for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding! Oh, it's farm fresh. And not just 1 pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top-secret mission. You got to take it easy with the secrets, you know? How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Pudding or pudding? I don't know. It's pudding. That's all that matters. $70. Doors open at 10? Like 10 p.m.? How late is this fucking magic show? You ready, Apollo? Ready? For what? For what? For the Troupe Grammary Grand Magic Show. It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything. What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going on up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one. Huh? You mean I can't go in this? No. Doesn't get more straightforward than that. No. Oh boy, 10 p.m. Yeah. Doors open at 10 p.m. That means the show doesn't start for like another hour after that, usually. Unless it's happening at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. People are early birds. Yeah, Valent needs to finish early so he could go, take his medicine and wash his dentures. Because he's 44, which is ancient by Ace Attorney standards. Maybe it is time. Has something to do with you anyway. Huh? With me? Probably 10 a.m. because it's a 24-hour clock, likely. You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. Oh, maybe you're getting a top-secret mission, too. Maybe you could be one of those guys. A spy. Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the jurist system, yes? The jurist system? That's right, the new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard about it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe. Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The jurist system, huh? Ah, presenting, are we? Did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too. He may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before. You know me too well, Trucy. Glad I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Can't believe you're using cutting a person apart box as a shelf space. You know, I used to that trick on stage the other night. Imagine my surprise when I pulled one of my shirts out of the box. You should really examine your props before the show. Calling it presenting sounds forward, yeah. Just like fingering the perp. Sorry, my throat's getting very mucusy here. I'm muting myself a lot to, like, clear it. The plant. It intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name, too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie, if you were curious. Really, I wasn't. That hat, is that a spare? Looks exactly like the one you always wear. That's the first rule of a professional. Be prepared. You know, I put it on the other day, and this strange white substance fell all over me. It's like magic. Or like fingerprint powder. Hey, LZ Dragon, thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Howdy. What were you streaming? Excuse me. No one's practicing the piano as usual. Even calling him a pianist is an insult to pianists everywhere. Okay, Apollo, I'm gonna guess what you're thinking right now. Huh? What? Was I making a funny face or something? Ah, I'm so hungry. I'm right? Of course I am. There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. That's what you're thinking. How did you do that? You read my mind, Apollo. At least you got that pudding. That's right. Try not to eat my share, will you? Never played Apollo Justice, but I know they're good. Nice. Was streaming some Twilight Princess. Nice. Hey, Lion Argus. Lion Argix. There we go. Hey, how you doing? That magician in the photo, is that my real daddy? Yep. Zach Gramery. He disappeared when I was little. Hate when I do that with words. I hung that up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like. I see. She's smiling, but I'll bet that smile doesn't go very deep. Oh, careful there, Apollo. A lot of people run into that table, you know. Why, some client knocked over the pot clean the other day. Why not get a more sturdy table? Maybe the table is partially to blame. There's no maybe to this. That thing is a death trap. Those legal books were left by my mentor. What the fuck happened to my pronunciation? Doing fine. Like the Ace Attorney saga. It's nice to see someone playing it. Thank you. I've played every game in chronological timeline order. So after this, I only have the 2 3DS games, and we're all good. I'm done. Those legal books were left by my mentor. Too bad I gave up the practice before reading them. Quite a few magic books in there too, you know. Those would be truces. She'll remember they're there eventually, I'm sure. For a moment, I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. Scary thought. A plate of plastic spaghetti for displaying in a shop. Where the heck does she get this stuff? The TF hoop. Wanna have a go with that ring, Apollo? No, I was just touching it. Come on, there's no need to be shy, just slip it on, and there! You're now a big giant pool toy. Ouch! You're way too tense, you gotta loosen up there. The human body wasn't meant to bend like that. But Apollo, you're not human anymore, you went through the TF hoop. The books were left by Mia. Yeah, Mia Fey, Maya's older sister. Who, and again, if people are watching the VOD of this later, and I'm spoiling something about Mia dying, why are you watching this game first? Go watch the original VODs. The jurist system. So, Daddy, what's this jurist system thing? Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in the court in all those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know Apollo? If she's your favorite character, how would you not know she dies? It happens in literally the 2nd episode of the first game. Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling this new system the jurist system. System. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. And there'll only be 6 of them under the current proposal, right? How do you know that, Apollo? You didn't know what the jurist system was. Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show, starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright is Assistant Trucy and Mascot Apollo. The perfect team. Mascot? Hey! I know you're fucking with me. Will you quit fucking with them? Who said that? Don't do the voice. So, what is this secret mission, anyway? The jurist system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind, Denny, that the new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo. I'm not that bad, am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Why? Why would they let a disgraced attorney who lost his attorney's badge help with this shit? That makes no sense. Helping how? Phoenix just casually trying to change the country's law system back to something more normal. Yeah, it's so weird that like he has such a huge hand in this. You would think that with all the shit that happened, Edgeworth influence. Yeah, I do think he had a big hand in that as well. I think it's more than possible. Again, Edgeworth does not show up in this game. Sorry to spoil that for anyone who's expecting him to show up suddenly, but no, he's not here. Because he's removing his own power as an attorney. You know, I guess I could see that. Great Ace Attorney made this concept retroactively cooler for me. And remember, that Great Ace Attorney based that off of the Layton versus Ace Attorney game. Because that happened, that came out first and that did the same kind of thing. So those games like kind of set the groundwork. It makes me wonder if like we get an Ace Attorney 7 and Shu Takumi like returns and takes the reins. Like, will we see some sort of jurist system in like a new game? That'd be cool. Something similar to the Great Ace Attorneys, but like in a modern setting. I think that would be an interesting way of implementing all that. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be the chair of the Jurist System Simulated Court Committee. Ah, the JSSCC. What an honor. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom. Wow, it's like you have a real job. I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. Trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. Trial simulation, that is. A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it's the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple. Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious. True. The case is a murder. That's not simple at all! By simple, did you mean that the defendant is... guilty? Yes, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. Just a test case anyway. No sweat. Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst-case scenario. Ah, you mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial. All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. Trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? Ah, yes, there was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Eh? Something that happened last night. The unfortunate irony of how real-world Japan abandoned the jurist system after testing. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen a Japanese lawyer like kind of go over the comparison of Ace Attorney to like the real Japanese courts, and apparently it still isn't even all that accurate, even to those courts. I mean, obviously you don't do fucking logic puzzles during a court scenario, but like just kind of the flow of a case isn't exactly how this would be presented as well. This is meant to be a parody, more than anything, of like the Japanese courts. Can't have people getting fair trials. Summon the ghost during a murder trial. Yeah, exactly. Valiant Gramarye. Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission. But what about this? The Troop Gramarye Grand Magic Show. Huh? Oh, right, the card tricks. They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse. Heaven and hell will... Heaven and hell will shake, or heaven and earth will shake. Hell shake Yano from Pop Team Epic. So what? That's 3 whole days from now. It's at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go. Let's go today. You could say hi to Uncle Valiant. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. You know something that he's not telling me. Like Cammy Luna playing Final Fantasy Tactics Remake. I could see that happening. How does he know about it? Heaven and earth will shit. Heaven and hell will shit. Yippee, now you can take me to the Coliseum. I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. They have a real sibling vibe, you know? Ah, Gramarye, that reminds me. What's this, Daddy? Isn't that Silcat? Isn't that Silcat the Gramarye seal? Gavin kind of looks like Hellshake. I never thought of... I've only seen that bit once. Or I guess twice, because every bit in Pop Team Epic airs twice when you watch the episode. Consider it a birthday present, Trucy. Thanks, it's great. But... today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. Then it's a Recycle Your Plastics Day present. Yippee! So it's plastic! Getting up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it? Can I open it, Daddy? No. Huh? You'll need that envelope someday. I hope you didn't hand it to her, like, without saying that first, like, before you said that. Because she probably would have ripped that shit open. Someday soon. Don't open it until then, okay? Well, why don't you just hold on to it, then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. Squawk. Okay, you want me to do squawk acting? Something bird noises. Okay, hold on. Something. And furthermore... Envelope from Mr. Wright. Do not open until the time is right. An envelope about the Gramaryes, huh? Gramarye Magic Incorporated. Ah, looky here, a handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it. Seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it? Isn't it enough if you can read your own? Oh, I never thought of it that way. A trial simulation. Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes, of course. This is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. A blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I can give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good. That's better. Now we know who's boss around here. Yeah, that'd be me, Apollo. But you can't talk with anyone involved with the case. What? How am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo, if I'm in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad. Just do what you can, and don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Alright, I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you could talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a-wasting. That's because the point isn't it's legible. It's to prove that someone has scribbled on it, yeah. October 7th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes! Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you. "Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer?" What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet? Huh? Ah! Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. I'm nervous, Apollo. It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh! She passed out! Her ass looks like she belongs in a Shin Megami Tensei game. Yeah, I guess kinda. Miss Magic Underwear might have been a better bet. That's Magic Panties, Apollo. The security camera stares down from the ceiling, all-seeing, unblinking. Not that I'm nervous or anything. Same old security guard is glaring at us. He winked. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. Neutral rep-looking character. Yeah. I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? I can tell you mine if you like, Apollo. No, never mind. Just got carried away there. Seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. So what's your name? Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first, right? I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know. It's getting us nowhere fast. Hey, I know. Maybe you could tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day, this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions. Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little better now. You did good, Apollo. Look, she's doing her nails. What? Are nails more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me. Could you read this? Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. This is the love letter we passed from desk to desk at school. Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. It's a business card with a name and an address. The name is Vera Misham. The address is for Drew Studio. Defendant's business card. The address for Drew Studio is on the front. And you're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished here. I wonder if Drew Studio is the scene of the crime. Let's go find out. A pretty business card. Looks like a postcard almost. And on the back, just her name. That seems odd to me. Huh, what does? Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait? Or a caricature. And people would remember what you look like, too. It's not a bad idea, actually. Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo. She's drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky. Drew Studio, Veramisham. Maybe you could kind of... It's like there is text there, like they did write something and then they just blurred it. Objection, Your Honor, my client was wearing pants at the time and it couldn't have been them. I don't know how that would be relevant, but that means they wouldn't have to go to the bathroom, at least. Let's go to Sunshine Coliseum first. We'll save Drew Studio until I get back. Also, again, why can't I go from the detention center to Sunshine Coliseum? Your Honor, my client was just a big baby. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago, it was the place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent. What about the case? Only a performer laughs like that. There, young Miss Trucy. How often I'd hoped we meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Uncle Valent, how's it going? Glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his strongest traits. My client would like to say he did it for the bit, yeah. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you! Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the one I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing, we get the picture. The world will watch in wonder as Magnifie's illusions are reborn! Here, on stage, by my hand! Oh, karma. Look, Apollo, a balloon, a hot air balloon. Where? Right in the corner. I made this joke last time with the blimp. But why not? With the Gramarye seal on it, no less. Well, this is a long-awaited revival, after all, and it's been 7 years, you know? Spent plenty of time and a pretty penny on promotion. Hope it's a huge success, Uncle Valent. Oh, I intend for it to be nothing less, I assure you. They both sure seem excited about it. This is a big deal for magicians. Big day for annoying magicians. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too. He's not a creature, Apollo. Poor guy. Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow? You know how hot it is inside one of those suits? He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. Karma would like that. On the verge of passing out, he hands out each balloon as though it were his last. Kinda takes the fun out of seeing the Blue Badger. You know, I thought this at the time of the Gaviners concert too, but this Coliseum's just way too big. It's huge. It's got a big sounding name too. Sunshine Coliseum, was it? Would you like to hear what the grand finale of the show in 3 days will be? What? Really? Furry. That description hits home pretty hard, yeah? Yeah. As a fursuiter, yeah. The grand finale will be nothing other than... Don't tell me, you're going to make the Coliseum disappear, right? Ah. Mascotting's a tough job. You would like that? Yeah, you would, Karma. Oh, oops. Looks like I was right. Apollo? Can't believe you'd use your power of perception on something like this. It was just a wild guess, really. Just a joke, bro. Just a prank. They've changed the sign since our last case. It was all Gaviners back then, wasn't it? Hope nothing bizarre and mysterious happens this time. Wink, wink. But it shall. Why, the show itself will be bizarre and mysterious. I assure you. I don't have a problem with mystery as long as it's legal. I don't think lawyers and magicians were really meant to have conversations like this. Hey, who's that down there? That painter with the pink smock and the beret looks a little familiar. Ah, a challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. Ah, no, thanks. Are all magicians like this? Oh, what was that look just now? I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. Used to do freelance mascotting, going to children's hospitals once or twice a month to trip kids. Also entertaining for other non-profits like ALS Walk and stuff. That's cool. I have a fursuit, but I barely ever wore it. Because I got it right before COVID, and then it never really, like, the adjustments never worked out. I gained weight, and it just ultimately didn't work out the way it should have. It may be Larry Butts. It may be. But that's all you could see of him. That's very admirable work, though. I appreciate people doing that. He's not a witness. He's not even a character. Look, he's a smudge in the corner. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why, that bears the Gramarye seal. Uncle Valent, is something wrong? Trucy, where did you get this? Huh? Daddy gave it to me. Your daddy? You mean my partner, Zach Graham? No, my other daddy, Phoenix Wright. Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy? I forgot about that line. Lord Daddy. Lord Daddy? It's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. The signature upon the back, do you not recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramarye. What? Daddy signed this? Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? He's a liability. Lord Daddy. Haven't been able to fit in your suit for the last 5 years. Last time you wore it was right before COVID for a local hunger run. Aww. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Gramarye Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his. Daddy. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramarye. If that terrible thing hadn't... It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valent Gramarye, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Valent. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think, we come to get to see the great Magnifie's illusions again. She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifie Gramarye, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations. I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound. Guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, why'd you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifie's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more! 7 years, huh? That phrase sure seems to pop up a lot, doesn't it? Gramarye given destiny. And why was that? A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Our group is dissolved because of COVID. We lost contact to hospitals and groups, and people moved. Tried to continue, but couldn't get anything going, so we had to shut down our nonprofit. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Back when I was on Team Wild Abandon, we would do these Starlight Children's streams every March. For like March 10th for Mario Day. And I participated in that 3 years straight. And I loved it. I had so much fun. Even though I didn't raise a ton of money myself, because I'm not like a huge streamer, it was still very nice to represent a good cause. And I have done charity streams since then, but nothing official. So maybe Little Space can run a charity at some point. I'll pitch that. I mean, I'm sure they have something in mind at some point, but couldn't hurt to get some sort of charity thing going on. Performance rights. Can you tell us about these performance rights? Magnify's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such, was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe. Magnify knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zack Gremory was the inheritor of the Gremory miracle. Daddy, wow, look how serious she looks there. Yet, as you well know, he is long gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? Correct? In all absoluteness, the rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Ah. Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnify passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated by the will by Magnify himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing, permanently. Daddy. Depressing. That signature. Why, it's none other than Zack Gremory. Perhaps I might take a look inside? No means no. Trucy's father didn't want us to open it yet. Your Lord Daddy. Why? What could possibly be in this envelope? I guess that's everything here, huh? Alright. Drew Studio. I like the music in here. October 7th. Drew Studio. Though I don't think it played... Oh, no, it does. Okay. Wow, this looks like a studio, alright. It's like life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around. But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring. Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene. Apollo, look at all those paintings. Hey, don't touch those. It's okay, I'm just looking. Postmodernism. Huh? Apollo, look at this one. Looks half finished. Still see the rough sketch underneath. But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all. Yeah, good point. That is odd. Obtained at Drew Studio, only half finished. The rough sketch is still visible. I like how Drew Misham's paintings added to the court record. All the paintings have a really different style, too. Also, how do we know the guy's name was Drew Misham? We just assumed. Portrait. Obtained at Drew Studio. That bit in the middle is supposed to be a person. Acrylic. Obtained at Drew Studio. An undersea scene in vivid colors. Landscape. Obtained at Drew Studio. Only half finished. The rough sketch is visible. So we grab a vacuum and dust off the frescoes, right? You see if you know that reference. Well, I know the fresco is like the... It's the old, like, religious paintings, right? But no, I don't get the specific reference. Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch. Oh, looks like it was only half completed. I mean, I would say that's more than half. It's like 70, 80% completed. Huh, that's funny. Did the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you, too? They do, actually. It's from Sweet Home, another Capcom game. Oh, I played the first half of Sweet Home. My very first... was it my very first? No, it wasn't. It was like my second or third Halloween stream. I played it. Never finished it. I should go back to that someday. But not this year. This year I have another game planned instead of Sweet Home. They do, actually. What's that all about? Sweet Home has a bangin' battle theme. Techno horror is the way I would describe that. Is that a pufferfish? Apollo, that's clearly a porcupine fish. They're not the same thing? You know what gets me? They got all these needles, right? What's protecting that soft spot in the lower belly there? Nothing. Must remember to keep Trucy away from small round fish. Sweet Home was also the basis for Resident Evil. Like that's what the original Resident Evil was based off of in terms of like kind of feel and location. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like a person thinking about something. Maybe they're worried? Like, what should I have for supper? A hot dog or a hamburger? There should not be a comma after hot dog there. You know, I've always wondered about that. Why is there supper and dinner? Are they different meals or the same thing? Maybe that's what this person's thinking about. Funny that Shinji Mikami also made a Goof Troop game. I did not know that, actually. That's really funny. Ah, thought I might find you two here. Emma, long time no see. Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often, honestly. I'll bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? Heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? You don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham. Misham. And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim, and then the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Poisoning? Poison? Sorry. Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos. Can't talk to anyone related to this case this time around. Which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Or else. So, this Drew Mission was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth. Oh? Well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. So it was standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean, to anyone? He was always locked up here in the studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know? I would say it's a different word that spelled similar to artistic. Letterbox. Drew Misham's contact with the outside world. It's empty. In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Vera is... I wonder if it's Vera or Vera. I always said Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. Only ones we found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. Happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever. Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And he died? She poisoned him right on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporters see? He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some of the equipment in the back room. That does not look like art equipment back there. Can a person who's a legitimate artist tell me what all this is used for? How is this useful in making a still life? Let's take another sip here. There's someone who goes by Vera. Okay. I think it might be Vera. As a gay man once said, let me do an impersonation of Shakespeare finding a bug on his dog. Autistic. Ha! I do enjoy me some good neurodivergency jokes. Especially when they're tasteful and not, insulting. Knew someone, past tense. Ah, okay. Actually, wait a minute. I know someone named Vera or Vera as well. I should ask them how it's pronounced. Haven't spoken to her in a long time, actually. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone's suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never even got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Aloe Vera, first name Aloe. See, now I'm gonna be flip-flopping on it. Okay, I gotta figure this one out. What was her Japanese name? Probably not Vera. Makoto Essay. That doesn't help me. Vera can be pronounced both ways. In Europe, it's pronounced Vera, while in the US, it's usually pronounced Vera. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, it might be either or. I'm just going to keep saying Vera, since that's what I'm used to. Vera. Like that, probably. Like with kind of like a bit of a hard stop. Vera. Like a D on the R. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. So this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Prefer Verde, honestly. Green, but her hair's not even green, so that wouldn't even that wouldn't make sense. Hardly ever went outside. She did give off kind of a withdrawn or sort of aura. Sort of withdrawn? She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? Why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad, who's also a shut-in? Don't look at me. So about the poison, it was found to be in his coffee, right? No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. Shut Inception. Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Look, I'm a detective. A detective! You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries. Scientific, even. Somehow I knew she'd get around to science. Emma, about this painting. Oh, that. Quite good, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to ask you about. You wanted me to examine it, is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry. Guess she wants to do a little footwork, us to do a little footwork on our own first. Okay. Clearly there's something involving the painting he's got to do here, but we gotta look around first. Out of the way, Emma. That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Mission would put his letters in here, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age, or wrote, rather. I always got the idea that this building, because like the way that the way this little studio has like the slanted roof over here leads me to believe this is like the top floor of like an apartment building, because it's a studio. But apparently from the sound of it, this mailbox goes directly outside, so this apparently is the front door. Which feels weird. This doesn't feel like the front door to a house. But I guess it's because it's not a house, it's a studio. Ah! Hey, there's a painting hitting back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow and you didn't want anyone to see it? Certainly seemed pleased by that possibility. Huh, it's so normal. That's hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. No, you could say it looks literally like the painting behind you. I better get a professional opinion on this. Found at Drew's studio, notable for the large plum in the foreground. That's the victim's coffee mug. Aha, so the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poisoned mug of coffee. Starry Night version, yeah. I would hope so. Poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. I don't know why that slipped in so quickly. Victim's last cup of coffee. The side of the cup reads Mission. Hey, look there! That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. Must be the Blue Mountain stuff that we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, the stain is probably... Better ask Emma. Hey, Apollo, this painting, I know it. Huh? Really? It's that story where the old woman is doing the wash in the river, and this giant peach comes a-floating on down. That might possibly be the strangest thing I've ever heard. I imagine this coffee cup was for the guests to use. Guests? Did the police already analyze this cup, too? Not a trace of poison was found in that cup, so the killer was after Drew Misham alone. The baby comes out of Animal Crossing references that too. Yep, that's the Peach Boy, the Momotaro. Actually, no, that's not the Momotaro. It just happens to have a similar setup. Ah, Apollo, that's where the body was. That's the spot where Drew Misham passed away. Put the coffee mug to his lips, and in the next moment, quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half-painted painting right there? He must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end. Or maybe he started a year ago and was procrastinating. Wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. Just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word? These paints are all dry. Just surprised at how different these all are. Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one? Must have been a work in progress. You could still see the rough sketch below. That's what's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts. I noticed. That is weird. astronauts here? Probably not. What's all this equipment here for? Doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit well with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Trucy. But these cost like $50 at the magic shop. You might be onto something. Is this desk for painting, Apollo? That would be for a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect, too? Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy? Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? Well, it doesn't have a pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific, that's my motto. Exactly what about this was bold or scientific? I think this game was the first time I ever heard the term detritus. I'm so used to just the word debris. Is this a journal? Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. He didn't write a single line in it. Ah, you had me going there for a while. Oh, cute. Look at this tiny frame, Apollo. Tiny's right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in there? None, apparently. It's empty. No glass in it, either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? It's a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. Something about the way this figure's posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. So you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I'm a professional. Wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? So this is Drew Misham. And this little girl must be Vera. Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. Happy little family. Till you arrested his daughter. Ah! Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious. Scientifically speaking. Uh-huh, right. This envelope's been opened and resealed. Oh, I know how to do that. Take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? Better hang on to this. Yeah, steal a dead guy's mail. Found the victim's desk drawer. Appears to have been opened and once and resealed. Blah, 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 blah. So why don't we just open it, if we're going that far? Drew Misham, 57 Cape something Drive. Something ends with 2 A's, California. This really is California, huh? Apollo, look, it's been opened once here. You're right. Wonder if there's some way we could see what's inside. Should I try to get it open, then stick it back shut? Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? Got a better idea. Emma, let's ask her. Detritus is specifically, though, and generally used within the scientific community. All detritus can be considered debris, but not all debris can be considered detritus. It's like all squares are rectangles, not all rectangles are squares. Yes, detritus usually means there's organic material in it. If I'm not entirely mistaken. I don't know if it's specifically organic material, but it's like it's specific kinds of debris. Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got, like, 20 kinds of red. You can repaint your studio, Apollo. How about the shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. I think we got everything we're getting here. Also, I just realized that these are actually windows up here. So he is on the top floor. Either that or it's a one-floor building. Because if you look at the light source, the shadows are being casted diagonally here, which means the light's coming in from this direction. Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here. That one. Well, what about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it, both of you. Now look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same! I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Mission was copying this painting. Wow, it's pretty good. Copying a painting? What for? I bet Emma could help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Organic, yes, but it can include natural debris to that isn't organic. It can include what remains after eroding rocks, so it generally includes biological or geological debris. Okay. Natural material, essentially. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? Essentially, yes. Nice. Glad I was smart enough to know that. What is it we always do scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, why, that's a bright red envelope. Sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean you know what's inside this envelope? Sure. I read it after all. You mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha, please. I would have steamed it open. But you did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a very powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for gathering information. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. Should try flattering her, Apollo. Say a little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization. Spectralization. Something. How am I supposed to remember that? So basically lets you see inside things like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Loves chemistry and science, was going to school for electrical engineering with a minor in chemistry before your mental health caused you to crash out. Ah. Well, I hope you can, embrace some of that passion in your life. Yarg, what are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair, but it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might fall out. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. It so happened that I have a lottery ticket here. Can it tell me what the pick 6 numbers are going to be tomorrow? You set the sample on the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You got set to display the outside of the envelope right now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with R up, R left, R down, R right for me, would you? I'm not doing that. It's doing it on its own. That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see papers like a bunch of little hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it could only show what's written on that layer. Not even entirely sure I'm following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing, like going over the image with L up, L up, while holding A. Oh, now I actually get to do this. Use the left stick to... There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Yeah, get it? We just keep doing this until we get the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Neat. Let's do some more. Okay, let's print this one out. Why'd they write try again on a lottery ticket like that? Hope so too, because you feel you've wasted everything up to this point. It's never too late to change things. Trust me, I was in a very bad spot for a long time, and even though I wouldn't say I'm in a good spot now, you know, I am in a much, much better place than I was even less than 10 years ago. Just try again because you lost. But it's a lotto ticket. It's not a scratch off. What kind of rigged ass lotto is this? Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. It's okay, there's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Let's try it on the real thing, shall we? Why did we do the test first? Why don't we just do this one from the original? Buy another. You missed that one. Try another. Does this to Karma, looks inside his head. There's no brain. Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 into the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposited $100,000 in a Mr. Misham's account? These paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page, then. Sign the papers and send in with the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the sorcery? Why all the secrecy, though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Found in the victim's desk. Contains 2 sheets of writing paper. Emma, about this mug. This pale blue residue on the rim. That? Well, yes, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Ah, right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic science. I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. Turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug. That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. Killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing. You could store Pokemon as data in the PC. It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. See, flattery will get you everywhere. Certainly worth talking to her a bit more. I'm about poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for atroquinine. Uh-oh, we've heard that one before. Atroquinine. Quinine. The deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent, it's virulent, right? Virulent poisons, but it's also is absorbed into the body astonishingly slow. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown. That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details here. I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please? You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yeah, let's give it a whirl, Apollo. Oh, what are you doing? Just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? It's way slower than the luminol spray from the other games. Huh. Too bad, no reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh, alright. I was like, wait a minute, isn't there a reaction over here? Zoom in too far. Ah, a reaction, Apollo. Ah, where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look. Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Frame measuring 2 by 2 inches. Bears traces of the deadly poison atroquinine. Why would the inside of this frame have poison in it? Looks like we found that the only other place that was poison in any case. So I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for the story on the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. Thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Brushel? He's after the scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with the painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, then that leaves only one person. Wasn't Valent Grammary by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valent. Looks like I'll be heading out to the Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you the reporter's card if you want. Business card reads Spark Brushel, freelance journalist. Oh my god, top dollar for your information. Oh, just like Trucy said, draw a character. Draw a caricature on the back. Guess you gotta have a good business card if you're working freelance. Really? What's this? A camera lens finder? Do reporters take photos too? Guess if he's freelance, he'd have to. Maybe we should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney at the same time. You'd always win. Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? Looks like you have to take this back part off to put the photo inside. Have to be a really small photo to fit in there. True, and that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison on something like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison on the coffee rubbed a bit on here, too. Not very obvious, Trucy. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we still can't. I think examining these is like the end of this segment. That's probably where I'm going to stop, actually, when we get to that point. Which is soon. I think we only have to go to like 2 or 3 more places here. Anyway. No, he's not here. So a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brushel. Brushel. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel, that cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? Guess, Valent wouldn't know anything about all that shit. Mr. Brushel, journalist. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet always step forward. That is all. That's all. Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of gramarye. That's kind of cold, dude. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went? I recommended he should visit a place popular with the penalized perpetrators. The detention center. He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability? I will tear apart him. Oh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. Thanks, Uncle Valent. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. Ah, presenting, are we? You fucking dumbass. Who would ever do that? Brace yourself for this. October 7th, detention center. Visitor's room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Hate him. Terrifying. That's what my paralysis demon looks like. Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be? Sorry. We didn't know someone was already... Holy shit. Look, his eyes blink backwards. They blink upside down. His bottom lid blinks upwards. That's not how eyes work. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You're Justice? You? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Woo! You're Trucy! What is that gesture he's making there? What is he implying by saying that when he's talking to Trucy? What in the fuck? That's even worse. Am I famous? Oh yeah! This dude looks like a case 2 or 3 goofball that would commit a gruesome murder, yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. It's the big boobs gesture, exactly. What in the 2003 PC game ass is this guy? What? That's so not true. Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No! How many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh, wee, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote. Only thing I put in my panties shall be kept a secret. Someone get the holy water. He looks like he's from, like, Peggle or something. Yeah, you know what? I could see that. What is that, like, look at his cheeks and his, like, stubble. He has, like, the Homer Simpson, like, just different colored, like, bottom half of his face. And then he has, like, clown blush. Huh? I should have guessed. When are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes. End quote. What's that nauseating strong mint smell every time he grins? Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness, end quote. He's got like an Attack on Titan smile. Riddler-looking ass. I could see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. His name is Brushel, and he's got a quill and a toothbrush and toothpaste in his pocket. Also, top of his head looks like a toothbrush. Can smell a scoop from miles away. Age 36. Drew Misham, painter known for his illustrations. Poison at Drew Studio. He's 52. Did preliminary research on the case. Popular stage magician. His overly loquacious manner can get annoying. The defendant, accused of poisoning her father, Drew Misham. She's 19. Getting the cross. There's also a comb in there. Yeah. No, I think it's a ruler. Maybe it's a comb. I don't know. Ah, right. Let me go on the record here. Yes? I know what you're going to say. Brushel, take this. Write brilliant column. End quote. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing, and that's food. Try to understand. What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. Just like the only thing you can smell from a mile away. That white is awfully powdery. I feel like presenting shit to him is just gonna be a... It's gonna do... No, okay, so he's not gonna tell me about the murder. Unless I talk to him. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist? Ah, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Yes. Well, I think he probably does. Exactly, I knew you'd understand. Huh? Night of the crime. So the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio? Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy, always on the road. A journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote. I can understand the philosophy, but you want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away, too? Exactly! See? It's the same thing! What is? So you went to do a story on Drew Misham, and he'd never had a story done about him before? That's right! Look, let me state one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's going to tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly! See? That's what I'm talking about! I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I could talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers. End quote. Alright, guess we'll leave then. Ah, but since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup, god damn it, when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery. End quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? Oil painting, Sea King. Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Uh-oh. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach? Oh, no. Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote. Why are you this? Why are you like this? Okay, well, he's not being helpful about this. I guess there's nothing to do here, huh? No. So we gotta move on. October 7th, Drew Studio. I actually think this is the last part, which is good, because it's 4. Like, this is where I should be stopping for the night. But, don't worry. We got a little more of a bombshell here to go. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's that scary face you're making? This man is an affront to God. Yes, he is. What's with the I know something, but I'm not telling face you've got going on, Emma? This painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, yes, so? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit more about this? I suppose it's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger. Anya Forger. A forger? I love this. I love his theme song. So what exactly is a forger? This case is another really good, like, standalone song later on. Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes. Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. You ever play Animal Crossing? That fuck-ass fox that you want to kiss. He sells you fake ones. It's a crime, of course. So Drew Misham was... a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's what I brought this here in the first place. You know, I finished the museum in New Horizons. That was the only time in any Animal Crossing game that I think I got every single bug, fish, painting, and fossil. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage. But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really need to go to such lengths. Seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. It's not half finished. It's like 80% finished. It's just the corner that's not finished. Still, it'd be neat seeing Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True. It would be interesting. Maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask her to help us out. Can we check this one, actually? No. I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though, okay? Let's check it out. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. You have to turn it counterclockwise. In some places, it's anti-clockwise instead of counterclockwise. I think that's Europe. Specifically. I mean, it does make sense. I mean, a card shark here, eh? Okay, let's print this one out. Two men playing cards with a bottle next to them. Hey, Jakey, how you doing? What? What the heck? Wow, he really blows. This finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. Doing good just started work? Yeah. I'm about to finish and go back to work when I wake up. Damn it. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. You think we could check out one of the other paintings, too? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? So, no pun intended, but cards on the table. What do you think this next painting is going to show? And if you know, don't say. Want to see the surprise now or later? Right after the stream. I'll talk to you. Okay, let's print this one out. A man carrying a ramen stand. This one too! What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden. You think I could just look at the last one of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. Right after the stream? Yeah, sure, I'll contact you. Don't worry. So given what you saw in those first two paintings, you could probably guess what this third one's gonna be. A man playing a guitar burning on top of a tower. What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trucy, look at these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Ah! That's there. Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are all 3 of the cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Gaviners concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Misham your father? Give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you? I'd never even heard of any Drew Misham before. Hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases, drawn out on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me? Spoilers, this is never directly addressed again, ever again. More or less. There is a reason for it. And that reason we'll find out next week. Oh man, it's heating up. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming by tonight. I appreciate it. We made quite a bit of progress. We got it pretty much to exactly where I thought we'd get to. In almost the exact amount of time I thought it would take. That's actually really impressive. Drew Misham drew my sham. Yeah, maybe. He does forgeries, which is a sham. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It always does. I will be here tomorrow with Visions of Mana. We'll probably just continue the story completely, no side stuff, since I'm over-leveled now anyway. And then I'll be gone for a few days. I will not be here Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I will be at a local event this weekend, volunteering, actually, Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday I have to get up really early and do something with family, so I will not be here Sunday night. So we'll make tomorrow the best stream we can, and then hopefully I'll be here Monday evening, with probably the second part of Ace Attorney, of Ace Attorney Case 4. You're a sham, Edgeworth, hell yeah. Sham daddy. Anyway, if you want to watch more streams, you can check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. For once, it is just me and Writer Fluff streaming. Writer Fluff already has a pretty big audience there, so I think I'm going to send the party to some with the smaller audience here. And that person will be... Oh, Trevor Fox is streaming. Oh, hell yeah. Art stream. Look at Discord. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm looking. What? Oh, Carmen, that's so cool. What the hell? I can't believe you actually got that far, that quickly. Trevor is BRBing. That BRB screen is weird. You know what? Last time I rated them while they were BRBing, they were there for like... Can't keep it any longer. I can't keep it a secret any longer. Well, thank you, Karma. I look forward to seeing where that goes. Last time well, check out the Trevor Fox. They're really cool and they do great art. I don't think they're coming back anytime soon because usually their BRBs last a while. Yeah, they're doing like weird ambient music. You know what? In that case, Salty Rat. It's been a while since I've rated Salty Rat. We just go up the list slowly. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Say hi to a Salty Rat. Hey, Ayla. You missed the stream. I like the Ludicolo, though. John Stone B. Like Mirror B. Keep it a secret because I know you feel down. Oh, no, Karma. That's... Thank you, though. Good morning. Good morning and goodbye. But really, you just woke up. Aw. You missed me revealing the big secret with the paintings at the beginning of Case 4. Something to lift my spirits. I appreciate that, Karma. Here, wait, I'm gonna show it to people. Can I, isn't there a way to, like, open the link for this? Yeah. Check this out. Karma's been working on, 3D models. He's modeling me. With big bunny-like feathers on the top. That's cool, Karma. You're doing really well, too, for someone who just started this. Lift spirits and dimensions. Making food and things. Thank you for the stream. Been on headphones all the time making food. Cool. Oh, that's all good. Anyway, everyone, stick around. Say hi to Salty Rat for me. I gotta get going because I need to do stuff before I go to bed. Positively exhausted. I feel that. I mean, it's 4:15 in the morning where I am. But thank you so much, everyone, for coming by. Say hi to Salty for me. So you're my first furry I made fan for and a model of. Thank you, Karma. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me that you care. Thank you. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Visions of Mana. And then, I'll be off until Monday. And, yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Sleep well. Whenever your sleep comes. And, I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. No, I will be here. You don't have to be. No one has to ever be here if they don't want to. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, regardless. I'm very appreciative. Say hi to Salty Rat for me. Good night, guys.